Hello! For those of you who don't know, I was in this insane video 10 years ago. Yes, that's right. It is the 10-year anniversary of Too Many Cooks. That really weird, bizarre video that took the internet and our hearts by storm. And believe it or not, this is me.
Cooks, too many cooks, too many cooks.
Do I look too different now? Do I need to switch it up? I have a wig for that. See? I still got it. I just have better teeth now. I broke my 4 front teeth on a scooter on Sunset Boulevard a few years back.
Too many cooks.
Forcibly got my LA veneers. I don't recommend getting them unless you have medical insurance to help cover the cost because, oh my God. Okay, so Too Many Cooks. I've had a love-hate relationship with this video since its release, unfortunately. But it's an amazing, fun, silly video. You're forever a piece of internet niche pop culture. How could you hate any of it? And it's like, I don't hate it. I don't hate any of it. And I don't regret being part of it. I do, however, regret my reaction to shitty people who were mean to me back in 2014 when it went viral. I was a 22-year-old baby and I did not know how to handle the attention at all. I also regret some of my answers in interviews I've had over the years, and I want to update some of them and set the record straight. So I'm using the 10-year anniversary of this incredibly silly viral video to give you guys an update on me, talk about Too Many Cooks, and how it impacted my life. If you find that incredibly boring, that's fine. I'll be posting my normal Real Nightmares videos again soon and won't be making any more videos like this unless I somehow manage to be in another viral video that accumulates 26 million views. Here's to hoping. Real Nightmares is my deep dive video series where I talk about horror movies that are based on a true story and I compare them to the real horrors that inspired them. So here are some frequently asked and not so frequently asked questions I have gotten over the years. Did you know what Too Many Cooks was when you filmed it? No, I had no idea what it was when I auditioned for it. I had no idea what it was when I filmed it, and I still have no idea fully what it is 10 years later. And I can tell you, everyone else who worked on it also did not know what it was when we filmed it. We were all backstage asking each other, do you know what this is? Do you know what this is? I even approached a producer on it and he didn't even fully understand like what it was, but he just enjoyed the general concept. For the most part, I think the only person who's really going to be able to answer this question, like what is Too Many Cooks, what is it about, like dissecting it and all of that, Casper Kelly is probably the only person who's really going to be able to do that. And of course, Paul Painter, the editor, because he's the one who pieced the vision together. Casper Kelly, Paul Painter, Alex Orr, and Matt Foster all worked together to create a script and storyboards for what eventually became Too Many Cooks. They didn't think anyone but them would like it, so they just kept coming up with bits to make each other laugh. And then it turns out all of us have the same sense of humor they do. All I was told on set is that it's just a spoof of an 80s sitcom opening. There's a killer on the loose, and we all end up in Brady Bunch squares at some point. So do not be fooled by all the YouTubers and TikTokers being like, Too Many Cooks explain, because I can tell you right now, they're giving you their best educated guess. They cannot give you an actual explanation for the video. The only person who's going to be able to do that is Casper Kelly. So unless the words come from Casper himself, no one knows what the point of this video was. And I think that's part of the beauty of it. It's art. It's up for interpretation. It can be what you want it to be. It's here for your interpretation and your entertainment consumption. And I think that's beautiful. It's truly a masterpiece. Do you want there to be a sequel? Who would you play if you got to choose? This was a question I got in an interview with Men's Health magazine, which crazy they chose me to do an interview for that, but okay. At the time, I was trying to be a cool Tumblr goth girl in my everyday life. Not a look that really panned out for me in the long run. Turns out I'm more of a spring than I am a winter. And I gave some sort of cringe answer at the time that even after I got done with the interview, I was like, oh, that was a stupid answer. I said something along the lines of, I want to be the cool punk rock neighbor who shows up and like annoys everybody or something or whatever. and that was just a stupid answer. I answered it as if like the Too Many Cooks world is like American Horror Story, where you have the same actors playing different roles. That was like the thought in my head was like Too Many Cooks 2 would be all of the same actors but in different roles, because obviously we were all killed in the original. But I do have a new answer for this because I've actually thought about this a lot ever since I went, oh, I wish I hadn't said that. Kept me up late at night, I guess. I would want my character, she has been resurrected and is out for vengeance. She goes after the killer, but he's moved on to different, more modern tropes. TikTok influencer ad spots. He hunts influencers telling us how to get the perfect butt using a stair stepper, or the perfect lips using a lip stainer, the perfect collagen supplements to stay young and beautiful forever. But these aren't actually influencers. They are people who are trapped in an infinite TikTok loop, forever having to advertise these products to us. They are aware of this loop and they cannot stop themselves, like a compulsion. Imagine you're just stuck in a 1-minute ad spot that's forever played on repeat. The killer takes advantage of the fact that they are stuck in this loop, hunt them down and kill them. The same way he took advantage of the freezing in the 80s sitcom opening of Too Many Cooks. But Katie Adkins, running around with her light still on, back from the dead, or maybe she barely escaped with her life. She stalks through all of the TikTok crime scenes, trying to exact her revenge. Can you tell I've thought about this a lot? Why do you run like that? They told me to slow down my running, okay? I've gotten a lot of commentary on my running ever since this released. I'll never forget when I just got this random text being like, why do you run like that, before I even knew the video was out. And I was like, what? I don't know. They told me to run slow, okay? They told me to run slow and make it look frantic. It's a hard thing to realistically do. And I think I did a pretty decent job. So, how did you get involved in Too Many Cooks? I auditioned for it just like any other actor. Part of the audition was cowering in fear and screaming. I gave it my best horror movie scream, and I think that's what really sealed the deal. That, and I think the combination of my generic final girl look at the time. They used my scream in the video too. Like, that's my actual scream. That's my voice. What's the coolest thing that's happened because of Too Many Cooks? So besides the one party I went to where this dude literally whipped out a machete and had me pose and take pictures with everyone, the coolest thing that happened since is probably the fact that people actually dressed up as me or Too Many Cooks themed for Halloween. Nothing in this world is genuinely cooler than people cosplaying you or cosplaying from something that you are in. And in a weird, like, Jennifer Tilly playing Jennifer Tilly in the Chucky franchise, I feel like I played myself. I didn't know I was playing myself because I didn't know they were going to put the name Katie Adkins at the bottom. I actually was originally casted as a character named Samantha Cook, but the editor got tired of all of our cook names and was like, fuck it, I'm putting the real names. So seeing people cosplay me playing myself is just really meta. It's been years since I've seen anybody actually dress up as Too Many Cooks for Halloween, but the fact that it ever happened at all is crazy and I think really cool. Did you expect it to blow up as big as it did? People ask me this a lot. I don't know why. If I knew what was gonna blow up and what wasn't, I feel like I would have a much different career right now. But no, I did not expect it to blow up at all. As an actor, I had just gotten used to being featured in projects and then never seeing or hearing about them ever again, or just plain forgetting about them. Adult Swim makes weird and bizarre videos literally all the time. Those don't always necessarily blow up or become staples of pop culture. I just figured this Too Many Cooks video I was in was just going to be another one for the vault for them to just kind of whip out every once in a while to be silly like they usually do. If I had expected this to blow up, I probably would have made sure I had, like a Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook page set up to receive said attention, take advantage of the publicity, gain followers. But I didn't have any of those at the time. Pre-2014, I did have a little cosplay fan page, was what everybody in the cosplay community was doing at the time. People in my normal everyday life thought it was weird and made fun of me, and I would get calls and messages of people being like, you made a fan page for yourself? Why? So due to insecurity, I deleted it. I deleted all of them. It was bad call on my part, but it's what I did. It's funny because now influencer culture is like so incredibly normal that like nobody would second guess you doing that now. But back then, people would make fun of you and be mean about it. How has Too Many Cooks impacted your life? Okay, so let's set the scene. It's 2014, you're a 22-year-old girl in college, and you're going through and recovering from a pretty traumatic breakup that literally altered your brain chemistry forever. Your current roommate is an absolute nightmare to live with, so you spend most of your time alone in your room, hiding from her and gaming constantly. All I was doing at this point in my life was just going to school, playing video games, and sleeping. And as I said previously, the only social media I had at this time was a private Facebook page. When Too Many Cooks dropped, I was pretty much the last person to know about it. I had friends calling me, asking me why I'm the top post of Reddit. And then soon enough, I saw it on the news. I saw celebrities tweeting about it. I saw people making reaction videos.
Katie, run. Katie, he's gonna penetrate you.
Making parody videos even. Very fun and exciting, just kind of wake up one day and then see your face all over the internet. Like nothing can really compare. So I received an astronomical number of friend requests on Facebook, and I quietly sat back and watched as I got to be on the front page of IGN. I got to be a result in a BuzzFeed quiz. And I even got to see myself on the news, which I think was one of the more bizarre things. Like, videos go viral all of the time, but they don't show up on the news as far as I know. But overall, surreal doesn't even begin to describe it. Too Many Cooks is avant-garde humor and horror, two things I love, and I was just ecstatic to be part of something that was so silly and bizarre and that I felt represented my own personality and sense of humor. But I did feel a deep shame for wanting to take advantage of the popularity of the video to siphon some popularity for myself. I was scared of appearing cringy and desperate for attention, which is hysterical in retrospect because I'm an actor, and what is an actor if not cringy and desperate? It's like part of the job description. Show me an actor, I'll show you a cringy and desperate person. It's just part of the career path. But I felt a deep shame back in 2014, feeling like I didn't deserve it, feeling like I didn't deserve to take advantage of it, I didn't deserve to reap any benefits from it. A shame I clearly don't feel anymore as I make this video. So at the time, I just made one Q&A video, and I made one fun post to Reddit, which that was at a zombie-themed post-Halloween party my friends threw, so we all dressed up as various types of zombies, so I decided to come back as myself. Yeah, I just sat back and pat myself on the back for being so humble and gracious. I no longer aspire to be humble. I don't think anybody who wants a career in the entertainment industry should aspire to be humble. So use this as a cautionary tale if you end up in my position ever. Do not be humble. If you're in a video so viral it reaches tens of millions of views, and you're wanting a career in entertainment, do not wait around for people to show up with opportunities for you. Make content, make yourself known, put yourself out there, risk looking cringy and desperate for attention. And don't be a scared little bitch about it like I was, thinking I was gracious and humble for not taking advantage of the gift that I was given. So after the craze died down, many people approached me to, make me feel bad, criticize my lack of choices, I'm not sure. But it wasn't uncommon for someone to approach me and be like, why aren't you famous? Why didn't you take advantage of the Too Many Cooks publicity? I mean, you could be like a YouTuber or successful by now. And I guess just looking at me and viewing me as someone who's not successful and judging me for it. And these weren't genuine questions from people. They were just being mean and spiteful. Looking back, it's pretty clear that they were jealous and just felt that I didn't deserve the opportunity and somebody like them deserved the opportunity. And so after this, I felt kind of stupid. I felt incredibly stupid for trying to be sweet and boring and humble and dimming my own light, hoping to be praised for it. And I got comfortable sitting in my own shadow until I got connected with the folks at Dead Meat. I remember being so shocked and surprised that these well-known, respectable people wanted to do an interview with me on Too Many Cooks, a video from so long ago that I thought nobody remembered or cared about anymore. And I learned that there are so many people out there who still love this video just as much as I do. But it was through these lovely people I learned that it's okay to attach myself and some of my identity to the ridiculousness that was Too Many Cooks. I mean, it's my first viral video. I should be proud of it. I also learned to stop being so terrified of comment sections. I'm so guilty of mean and rude comments just ruining my day. And having 800 plus comments on IGN of people telling me to off myself wasn't the best for my mental health at the time. So I used to be shy about the fact that I was in Too Many Cooks for the last 10 years, and I realized I probably appeared ashamed of it in some way. But now I very proudly tell people I was part of Too Many Cooks because it was such a bizarre and interesting piece of media in such a unique period of time. I'm glad that I got to be part of it. And from that, I did have other opportunities that were fun. I got to appear in Casper Kelly's show, Your Pretty Face is Going to Hell. I got interviewed for a magazine here and there, and I made wonderful friends I never would have gotten the opportunity to meet without having been in Too Many Cooks. And everyone who follows me can, brag that they follow a girl who almost was kind of sort of famous, but not really, just kind of. We can't all be Hawktua girls, okay? Some of us are Patooey girls, all right? We go Patooey. We take longer to get the job done and seize the moment. How is Smarf doing? He's doing well, much better than before. He's been in and out of rehab for the last 10 years. The fame kind of went to his head a little bit. He really struggled with all the attention and, of course, the partying that came with it. The cast and crew have stayed supportive of Smarf, believing in him through his journey to becoming sober. I did ask him if he wanted to be featured in this video, but he stays away from the spotlight these days. Just trying to live a normal life as a fabricated American. He would really prefer if y'all refrain from calling him Muppet or Puppet, as he feels that doesn't really fit his identity. But he still loves and appreciates all the support he gets from his fans. I hope y'all enjoyed this blast from the past and listening to my very personal journey I have had via Too Many Cooks. I get that it can be kind of a downer. I know most people want to watch their TikToks and YouTube videos as a way to escape from reality, but it's always important to remember that every single person behind your favorite YouTube video is a person, a real person. I would never wish the bullying I have received over the years to anyone. I hope that we can all learn to be a little bit more kinder in our online communities. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, I don't know how to end this, but I do need to brush this hair actually. God, I forgot what it's like to have such long hair. It gets so tangled so easily.
Say blammo really low.
Huh?
Just say blammo really low. Blammo.
Blammo!
Perfect.
Yeah. That was solid. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. That was pretty cool.
Too many cooks.